This is Aussie Backyard Harvest. We told you guys before that we would come back for a live once the storm's coming in. I'd say within the next 15 minutes, we'll have a storm pass through. We will see how it's going to be. It doesn't look as big as the one that we had on our last live with the storm, but there's a big band of storms traveling through, so we will have a bit more of a look. We'll hang out for a little while, look out the back, listen to the sounds of the storm. Welcome to the live. We have a bit of a summer storm coming through, so we are setting up this camera now so you guys can watch and hear this storm as it comes through southeast Queensland. It's been a really hot day, but has been raining on and off this afternoon. But there's now a big lot of storms coming across all of southeast Queensland. It seems that our storm will be arriving in about the next 10 or 15 minutes. So we're setting up a camera now so you guys can watch and listen to the storm as it comes through. That's a first decent bit of thunder that we've had. Let us know where you guys are from. Do you enjoy storms? We will just sit around. It's starting to rain now. Welcome everybody. Thank you for being here. This is Aussie Backyard Harvest. We're a YouTube channel in southeast Queensland. We generally focus on our garden and what we can harvest, but at the moment we've got a summer storm coming through here in southeast Queensland. We've been told from lots of visitors that the storms that we get here are pretty crazy compared to lots of other places. They only last a short amount of time, but quite often there's a lot of rain. The last one we had some hail in it, but this one here doesn't look as bad as it was last time, so we will see what comes of it over the next 15 minutes or so. I appreciate you all being here. Hello, Anne Fisher. Hello, Brittany Fry. Hello. Thank you for the like. We are a family in southeast Queensland, Australia. We've just started up the YouTube channel. I'm definitely not going to scream as loud as I can. Thank you, though. Thank you. Yeah, we're still quite new on YouTube. We do videos about our backyard, predominantly the gardens. There's a lot more gardens that are coming. A lot more food that we're going to be harvesting. We have bees, we have Australian native bees and European honeybees. We have composting worms that we're breeding for fishing. Let me have a look at some of these comments. How many snakes do I see down here? Through the summer, we will probably get, I don't know, 10 or 15 snakes into the backyard. We're back under the bush, as you can see there, over the back fence. So we get more than some other people. Do we have ketchup? We do. It's generally called tomato sauce here. You can buy ketchup at the grocery store though. Little Aussie mama, hello fellow Aussie family, welcome to YouTube. Thank you. It's nice being here. Everybody so far has been great. Is there a bird? There's lots of birds around at the moment. You can probably hear a few of them. They generally make a bit of noise before a storm, finding themselves somewhere to stay safe. The rain's starting to pick up a little bit more now. I'm just going to have a look on another phone and see if the storm's still heading our way. I think it is. Here is, that's a run of the storms that are coming through. By the look of it, we will get a bit of a storm there. What crops are we growing? Yep, I've answered the question about the ketchup. Thank you. Crops, we have, it's actually funny in that video, you can't really see a whole lot. We have purple beans that we've been picking today. They're actually off the plant that you can see. There's 6 plants there. This plant here is the purple beans. It's growing really well. We harvest a large handful every day. But as we go along, we have passion fruit and a grapevine. We have spaghetti squash, ginger, the purple beans, a couple of different types of capsicums, a couple of different types of tomatoes, leafy greens, some herbs, onions, beetroot, cucumbers, zucchini, squash, our corn, sweet potatoes, lemongrass. Oh, that was a nice bit of lightning. I'm sure there'll be some nice thunder for that one. Can you guys hear the thunder okay through this microphone? Continuing on, we still have, then we have some fruit trees. We have mandarin trees, lemon tree, orange tree. We have some pineapples, lots of different foods that we're currently growing. And with how many more gardens we're putting in and redesigning the backyard, we will have a whole lot more as well. So I'd say within the next 5 minutes, the storm should be here. Raining a little bit heavier. The wind is dried right down. So we'll see if it gets windy before the storm or during the storm. Sometimes it does, sometimes there's no wind at all. I really appreciate everybody being here and for all the likes. If you guys wanted to see more footage of the storms, let me know, or just hit the subscribe button. We will do any decent storm that's coming through. We'll do a live for. It's always nice to watch a storm, I think. I wonder why everybody's asking if we have ketchup. If you know why they're asking, let me know. We call it tomato sauce here. We're just waiting on a storm to come through. We are a channel that normally does garden content. We are a family in Southeast Queensland. We're new to YouTube, but this video is for the storm. We have a summer storm coming through. Storms here in Southeast Queensland generally come after a hot day. They last for 15 minutes, about. And they can be hit and miss, so I've just got to keep checking that they are coming here. There's a big band of storms traveling all over Southeast Queensland, so we'll always get at least the rain and some thunder, but depending if the storm goes straight over the top of us or not, depends on what type of wind and what type of hail we get. Let me know if you guys can hear the thunder through the microphone that I'm using, or the rain on the roof. There's a whole bunch more comments here that I didn't see before. Let me have a bit of a read through some of these. Hopefully everybody's being nice to each other. I go around live streams and ask if they have ketchup until they say they do, or I'm publicly shamed enough. Well, I do. Thank you for being here and messaging anyway. Massive windstorm yesterday. They gave us a power outage through that area. We haven't had power out here for a little while, actually. We did have one, just a really short one a few weeks ago in the middle of the night. You can hear the thunder, perfect. I miss snow. I've only ever seen the snow once. It doesn't snow here. We have to travel by plane to get to work. You could drive, I guess, but to the snow, we really need to travel for. I haven't had snow since I was born. Happy Friday from New Zealand. Welcome from New Zealand. Thank you for being here. That's it. People go through streams asking if they have ketchup. What a strange question. Hear the thunder but not the rain. Good question. Do I have mustard? I do have mustard. Thank you for asking. I have a few different types of mustard. What type of mustard do you have? Keep reading through the comments. Maybe I want him to make a hot dog with ketchup and mustard. We've actually got pizza for dinner tonight. We're doing takeaway. So I won't be making a hot dog. Not tonight anyway. Lol. Hello, something. Oh, your stream started lagging. Has it come back? I hope it has. Let me check the internet. It's saying I have good internet. That should be back up and running nice and smooth. Perfect. Thank you very much. Brittany, with all your comments, I'm not sure if you're trustworthy enough to be telling me it's lagging. Natalie, welcome. Everyone new that's popped in, we are a family in Southeast Queensland. We run a YouTube channel generally looking at our garden and what we can harvest from our backyard. The page is called Aussie Backyard Harvest. But today we are looking at the storm. It's just starting to come through now. The wind's really picked up. Thank you, everybody. Can I shout out your Nan's birthday? Absolutely. Happy birthday, Nan. Whereabouts are you guys from? The storm is just starting now. Come on, Natalie, that's not very nice. That's the rain. The rain's really picked up. Thank you very much for the subscribing. I really appreciate that. Can I say 6'7"? 6'7". It's not the way you want me to say it, I'm sure, but there we go. I'm not sure the phone is really picking up how much rain we've got coming down at the moment. Knock knock, who's that? You got a bit of a different angle. Brittany and Natalie, where are you guys from? See you later, Brittany. Thanks for hanging out. I'm not comfortable telling. No worries. You have a nice day. I appreciate you being here. Whoa, the wind is coming through a bit strong at the moment. America, thank you. What time is it in America? It is currently 5:42 here in Australia. It's nice talking to people from around the world. Everything must be down south, New South Wales or a bit further. We're in Queensland here. Absolutely, you can find my time zone. Yeah, I was saying I live in southeast Queensland. Yes, Australia. Yeah, I appreciate you guys hanging out while we sit outside and listen to the storm. I really like the storms. It's nice to be able to show you guys. I'd say we're over halfway through the storm here. It's not very windy, had a couple of gusts of wind. We had a fair chunk of the lightning. So I have a job doing yeah, I'm self-employed. Run an online store. If you guys are interested in more of weather content like this one, hit the subscribe button. We're really working out what works well for our page. We spend a lot of time doing Aussie harvesting from our backyard. Page is called Aussie Backyard Harvest. So most of the plants we have out the back are for food. I do have brothers and sisters. We get on great, so we don't need to talk about things from the past. Yeah, so we do harvesting of our garden, tips and tricks of gardening here in southeast Queensland, which is Australia. More than happy to do more weather videos, either lives or videos. I think on the lives I have to talk a little bit more, talk, because I think lots of people think that a still picture on a live is just a fake live and there's no one actually there. I can probably do videos of the storms as well, try and get a different angle. Then that way you can just listen to the rain and the thunder. I'm currently snacking on some purple beans from the garden. I can see there's a lot of new people on. We're just doing a live showing a storm that's coming through this afternoon. We've got lots of heavy rain and some lightning and thunder. That was good timing. As I said, lightning, we got the flash. Our page is more about gardening, but we're happy to do some more on the weather. We're currently doing live of the storms that come through. But I was thinking maybe we need to do a video about what the rest of the days are like here. Bit of an update on the weather each week or so. I think you'll be able to hear that thunder. I thought the storm was almost gone, but it seems that the last part of the storm might have the most thunder and lightning in it. Yeah, that was a nice big piece of lightning. I'd say the thunder to follow will be quite as nice. Just watching the last part of the storm coming through. If you want to see any more of the weather here in southeast Queensland, hit the subscribe button. We'll do lives and videos on any of the weather events that are interesting here. Besides whether we look at what we can harvest out of our backyard, food from the plants, the trees and herbs and spices and whatever else you can imagine. If we can eat it, we can give it a go, trying to grow it in our backyard. We have bees, we have Australian native bees and European honeybees. We have composting worms that we breed for fishing. We do updates on the garden every couple of days and have a chat. We pop up lots of shorts and a couple of long form videos through the week. Really, we're here just to have a chat, learn some things from you guys, maybe teach something to some of you. Enjoy our backyard. Enjoy spending time here in southeast Queensland. If anybody wants to have a chat, pop into the comments. Even though the rain's really slowed down, the thunder or the lightning has definitely intensified. No hail. We had tiny little hail last time we done a live on YouTube with the weather. There was no hail today, but the rain does sound nice, and the lightning and the thunder is always also really nice. While we're sitting here watching the storm, we're just editing a bit of a video from harvesting from the garden. So we'll probably pop that up soon. We'll pop that up in the coming hours. Hit the subscribe button if you wanted to see what we do get from our garden. That is the rain almost finished. If it does finish, I'll take you guys for a bit of a walk down around the garden that we've currently got food in and show you guys what's happening. The lightning and thunder is still around, so I'll wait a little bit longer before I do that. We've just watched a storm pass through southeast Queensland, Australia. Had plenty of lightning and thunder. Heavy rain for a little while. If you guys want to see any more of the weather here, hit the subscribe button. We will do updates on what weather we've had through the week. Anything interesting happening, I'll jump onto a live so you guys can watch it with me. Alright guys, if you are still hanging around, please hit the subscribe button. I would love to show you guys the next storm we have that comes through. This one here is finished for the day, just a bit of thunder hanging around at the end of it. We are a small family YouTube channel here in Southeast Queensland. We do videos on our backyard and what we can harvest from our gardens. We have bees, we have Australian native stingless bees and European honeybees. We will do videos on those. We also breed composting worms for fishing. And we have huge changes coming to the backyard that we will take you guys through on this channel. So hit the subscribe button, hit the like button. I'm going to hop off this live very shortly, but have a look through any of our videos, see if it's something that interests you. If it does, leave us a comment. We'll always get back to you and have a chat. Otherwise, I hope you guys have a really good day. See you next time.